guys, it's Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing, and I'm here today with a big massive book unhaul. So I have been buying loads of books lately because I've just been hearing about all these amazing books on Goodreads and BookTube, and I'm rapidly running out of room on my bookshelf because I just don't have enough space in my actual bedroom to get any more bookshelves. So I've loads of books on this shelf that I've either read and will not read again, or just different books that I've picked up here and there that I know I'm not going to read. So I'm going to try and get rid of them. There is a kind of a big community fair going on this week, and there will be a second-hand book stall at that, so I'm going to give away all these books to that, and all the money that they will raise, but people will buy them for, that goes back into the community as well, which is great. And I will probably end up picking up a good few books myself at that stall, so we will see. I'm going to try and get some self-control in order and only buy books that maybe are on my TBR, or books I really want to read. So we will see. The first book I have here that I'm unhauling is Apple Blossom Time by Catherine Haig. This is a World War II style era book, and it is really good. I did read it, I really enjoyed it. I just know I'm not going to read it again, so that is going to the fair. Just a little one I have here is one I've had for a long time and I just never gotten rid of, which is a book about horse riding. Really old book, I can't remember where I picked it up, but I'm not going to use it again, I'm not going to read it again. I don't do horse riding anymore, even though I would love to. I just don't have the time, don't have the money to have my own horse, so this is going to go, and hopefully there is someone who will benefit from that. Hopefully another young girl or boy or someone that is getting into riding that will benefit from that book. So another one here is The 7 Secrets of Happiness by Sharon Owens. I haven't read this, it's just been on my bookshelf for ages and I know I'm not going to read it, so that's going to go. Warhorse by Michael Morpurgo, which I have read, I really liked, I'm just not going to read it again. The Devil Wears Prada by Lauren Weisberger, read it a few years ago, watched the movie, loved the movie, liked the book, probably like the movie more. Again, not going to read it again, so that's going to go. Berlin Tales by Lynn Marvin, which is a random book that a friend of my mum brought me back from Germany, I think. So I did read it. I can't really remember a lot about it, but I know I'm not going to read it again, so I'm just going to put that in the pile. The Emperor's Children by Claire Massoud. So yeah, I'm just not really interested in reading this. I just have it on my bookshelf, and yeah. And the same goes with The Lost Daughter by Diana Chamberlain. I've read a book by Diana Chamberlain before. I wasn't mad about it. I think I found it a bit depressing actually, which is why I'm not going to read this one. Just don't want to. The Lies of Silence by Brian Moore. This is a book I read in my Leaving Cert, which is the Irish equivalent to the SATs. So I had to do kind of a study on this book. I had the questions, I had to write essays and stuff about it, and it is about the troubles up in the north of Ireland with the IRA, and it is a good book. I just won't read it again, and it's actually kind of damaged, so I hope if someone takes it that they're okay with that. I must have spilt water or something on it at one time, so yeah, that's going. The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold and One Day by David Nichols. Again, both books I enjoy, I just won't read them again. Will You Still Love Me Tomorrow by Claudia Carroll. I really love this book. I really like Claudia Carroll as an author. I'm not sure if I'll read it again, and if I do I can probably pick it up in the library anyway, and yeah, so if anyone does like kind of chick lit and is wondering for a new author, I would definitely pick up Claudia Carroll's books. They're really nice. Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen. Nice book, just won't read it again. Northern Lights by Philip Pullman. Angel in Disguise by Victoria Mary Clark. The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. Again, this is a really famous book. People really like it. I did read it. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to read it again. Again, it's a little bit depressing. It's a little bit sad. I don't really want to read it. Again, I should say, I don't want to read it again. The Elegance of the Hedgehog by Muriel Barbary. Again, another book that's raved about. I liked it. I didn't love it. I didn't have any particularly strong feelings about this book, so I won't read it again. And I think I actually picked this up in the same fair last year, So now I'm going to return it, and then someone else can pick it up and hopefully like it better than I did. The Outcast by Sadie Jones. This has been on my bookshelf for years, and I'm not even sure where it came from. I think it might actually been my dad's at some point, that he just picked up, because my dad is like, he just picks up like any books that he sees anywhere, and then he doesn't read them. So I think that might be one of these books. So I don't really want to read it, so that's going to go. Z2 by Sherry Cronin. I got this in a Goodreads giveaway last year, a year and a half ago, and it is it's a bit of a strange book. I don't really know how I felt about it. I don't know, it's really hard to explain. I can't even explain it. It's just super weird, and I'm definitely not going to read this again. While it's well written, it's just not really my thing. So that's going to go, and hopefully someone else will pick that up. The Moses Child by Audrey Rennan. I really like this book, and I just don't think I'll read it again. Yeah, I'm just not going to read it again. Christmas at Tiffany's by Karen Swan. This is a really good book, and this is about a girl whose marriage breaks up, and she has three different best friends who all live in 3 different parts of the world. So one lives in London, one lives in Paris, and one lives in New York. And she goes and she spends a different amount of time in all these different places trying to figure out who she is and where she's supposed to go from here, and she gets into different romantic entanglements. She gets different jobs, she discovers different things about herself that she didn't know about before. So yeah, it's really enjoyable. I really liked it. I just it's not a book that I would pick up again, but it's definitely, I think I gave it 4 stars or 5 stars. But yeah, really good. Is It Just Me by Miranda Hart, which is just a autobiography by the comedian Miranda Hart. I love Miranda Hart. I was a bit disappointed that I didn't like this book as much as I thought I would. So I'm just going to, I won't read it again, so I'm going to give that away. And again, I think I picked this up at the fair last year, so I am returning the favour and I'm giving it back for someone else to pick up. A Game of Sorrows by Shona MacLeod, which is about a guy in Ulster in 1628, and it's some kind of mystery. Yes, it's kind of a murder mystery set in 1628. That's what it is. It's been a while since I read this, but it was a good book. I did enjoy it. I just won't read it again. Special Delivery by Danielle Steele. I got this from an ex-boyfriend's mom, I think. I do like some of Danielle Steele. I haven't read all of her books, but this one in particular is just not something I really want to read, so I'm going to give this away. Jodi Picoult, House Rules. I'm not a big fan of Jodi, so I'm not going to read it. I've decided I'm going to give this up because I don't know, I think she just kind of writes kind of depressing stories, and I don't really want to. I have more better books to read than this one, or authors that I think are better that I want to read before Jodi. So sorry Jodi, you're going. And then last, I don't know why I haven't got rid of these guys sooner, is my 50 Shades of Grey. I've never read them. I talked about why I got these in the books I never want to read. I think the Top 5 Wednesday, I talked about why I have these books, which is a story about my dad. So if you want to go and check that out. So yeah. See yous later. Don't want yous on my bookshelf. I have, I can't be wasting room with trash, basically. Dunzo. And those are my book hauls, or my book unhauling. That is my book unhauling for today. So I don't know when I'll be doing another one, because those are all the books that I can really think that I want to get rid of, so it'll probably be a good while before I do another one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I'm sorry if I offended you by trashing any books, or deciding not to read any authors that you like. I don't mean to offend, but these are just for this moment in time, these are not books that I'm going to read. So yes, I hope you enjoyed my video, I hope you liked it, and I hope you subscribe if you like my channel, and I will see you guys again.